backed up perfectly, swung out wide, then went back.
Oh! Massive tank slapper from Tomac.
I'm Aaron Plessinger.
I'm Christian Craig.
I'm Hunter Lawrence.
Josh Schmode.
I'm Cameron McAdoo.
I'm Justin Brayton.
Hey, I'm Marvin Muscan.
I'm Malcolm Stewart. I'm Dylan Ferrangis, and I choose Ojo.
And I choose Ogio.
I choose Ogio.
I choose Ojo.
RotoMoto React is brought to you by Ogio. After clinching the 2022 Supercross title in Denver, Eli Tomac dropped a bombshell in the post-race press conference that he has been riding hurt these last few rounds, which explains his otherwise lackluster performance compared to his extremely consistent podium potential of the first 13 rounds.
To be totally honest, I was pretty calm. You know, just one for my where I was in my point, or the point position, right, that I was in, and then two, you know, I knew physically I could get through it. I was more freaked out at Atlanta and in Boston because my knee was jacked, you know, and it still is not great. So I was pretty stressed out right there, and I haven't been riding I didn't ride this last week at all. So it was today. I woke up. It wasn't crazy stressful, but like I said, those past two, I had more worries in my mind.
Many have pointed to the massive swap that Eli had in the first heat in Atlanta as the spot that Eli likely sustained injury. However, Always Moto, an Australian physiologist and huge moto fan, pointed to a different spot on the track that he believes was the culprit. After the swap, Eli stays right with Jason and seems to close back up on him as the lap winds down, but after this moment on the last lap of the heat, you can literally see the fight leave Tomac's body. Timing and scoring had Eli about 1 second off the 21 at the time of this incident, but he eventually finishes 4 full seconds back just half a lap later. Before the incident, Eli was averaging a 2.3 finish with 7 wins in 13 races, leading an average of 5 laps per race. But after that first heat race in Atlanta, Eli's averages plummeted, doubling to 4.7 with no victories and only a combined 4 main event laps led in the 3 main events since. It is a huge sigh of relief for Eli to still be able to wrap up the title here, but unfortunately now he has to figure out how this injury is going to impact the rest of his career. It is no secret that at 29 years old, Eli is nearing the twilight as he just became the oldest rider in the history of the sport to win a 450 Supercross title. Eli touched on his future later in the press conference, saying,
Do you want to keep racing? Do you want to do this more? Do you feel like there's more in there, at least from the want side?
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm not racing next year. I'm trying to sign my next year right now, actually. So that's in the works. So heck yeah, I want to keep going.
Awesome.
Always Moto suspects a tear to the MCL on his left knee, and depending on the severity of the injury and his ability to ride through it these past few weekends, it could be minor and only require 4 to 6 weeks to heal. But with only 4 weeks before the first outdoor gate drop and another Supercross still to go, Eli will be cutting it very close recovering, and with many of his championship rivals rested up and already riding outdoors for weeks, in addition to Ryan Dungey and Antonio Caroli racing at least a handful of rounds, and the still looming threat of Jeffrey Hurlings making a run for the title in the US, Eli might be forced to make a messy decision to forego this outdoor season. It's no secret that Eli is one of the most competitive riders in the sport today, and he will not be pleased riding around in 4th and 5th every weekend. But he's also an Ironman of sorts, having missed only 1 single race in the last 7 seasons of combined indoor and out. He is now forced for the first time in his prime to make the type of decision that many of his rivals have already had to make. Do you think Eli should forego his outdoor season this year to focus on being the first rider in his 30s to win a 450 championship in 2023? Or do you think Eli will show up regardless how ready his knee is for Paula and will battle with the best of them the only way that he knows how? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to RotoMoto for more breaking news and analysis like this. It is the #1 way to help get more eyes on the video is to tell the platform that this was a good one. And if you value the content I put out, please consider joining me on Patreon. For just about $1 per week, you help me continue to make this content for you and are also entered to win race shoes and autographed memorabilia from your favorite riders. Up for grabs for the month of April was an autographed side plate from Cade Clayson's career best 10th place finish in Detroit this year. Thanks as always for watching RotoMoto. My name is Donnie. Keep it pinned to the weekend.